Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So, we're meal prepping this weekend. We have a lot to do this week, and we want to make sure that we have a lot of good food to eat. So, with that said, let's go do some groceries. Alright, so I just got back from grocery shopping. I'm not going to be doing meal prep until tomorrow, but I want to make sure everything's clean, organized, cut, chopped, whatever. So I'm going to get that done now so that tomorrow is a lot easier of a process. So when I get home from groceries, the first thing I like to do is clean any fruits and veggies, prep them if I need to, and then put those away first. By the way, I'm trying healthy kombucha. I really hope it's good. If it is, I'll definitely let y'all know. Alright, so I'm going to start with the grapes. I like to separate the grapes just a little bit, so that way for the ones that I choose to freeze, I can pick them apart pretty easily and it's not just one frozen bunch. It's also just easier to make little snacks throughout the day if I have one big container with a bunch of little bunches of grapes than if it is just one big grape. Not one big grape, one big grape bunch. Oh, a big grape. Alright, so I'm going to soak the cucumbers and the grapes in a mixture of water, vinegar, and a little bit of salt. I know it sounds a little weird and it sounds like I'm making a salad, I know. But this has done a really good job at just cleaning my fruits and veggies, making sure any bugs or grime is completely off of them. I try to soak them for about 15 minutes, but if it's a little more or a little less, no one's gonna die. While that's soaking, I'm gonna prep my mushrooms. So for these mushrooms, I essentially really just like to use the caps. So I remove the stems and I clean them as best as I can. I clean each one individually. I know it's a lot of mushrooms, but trust me, I don't like eating dirt. I know you don't like eating dirt, so just clean your mushrooms. I'm laying them out to dry just because you don't like soggy mushrooms. The mushrooms are going to soak all that up and then just be a little weird, so just do your best to dry them. I'm freezing a couple of these whole just in case I have something where I want to use a whole mushroom, but for most of them I'm slicing them up and separating them into freezer safe Glad bags. And just like that, I have mushrooms prepped for at least a week or two. Alright, time to get these grapes out. I've already rinsed them very thoroughly. Nothing smells or tastes like vinegar or salt, so we are good. So I'm going to grab a couple of them and put them in a container. I put a piece of paper towel on the bottom just so it's not soggy and gross. And then I put a piece of paper towel on the top. It just helps keep it from going bad. And yeah, why not, right? So I'll put those in the refrigerator and then I'll put a couple of bunches in freezer safe bags and then freeze those grapes. If you've never had frozen grapes, trust me, it's really great, especially when it's 100 degrees out. And I'm going to do the same for the cucumbers. Trust me, you do not want soggy cucumbers. Put the paper towel in the container. Just trust me. Alright, so now let's switch to the meats. So we're going to start with the chicken. I have chicken thighs and chicken breast. So I'm essentially marinating them in cooking wine, cloves, and bay leaves. It helps get the base chicken smell out of it. So yeah, if y'all don't know, chicken stinks, and I just like to cleanse it of its impurities. Wow, Gina. Good job. So I was definitely running out of cooking wine, but it looks like I had just enough. Thank goodness. And I'm going to leave that soaking overnight, and I'll do the rest of the prepping and cooking for this tomorrow. I like to make sure that the cooking wine touches all the surfaces of the chicken, so I'll mix it around, make sure that it's fully coated and covered, and then I'll move on to the next one. Do a little arm workout. Alright, let me clean that because I don't want nobody to get sick. So I got some pork shoulder from Costco. There is so much meat, so I'm going to separate that into freezer bags and put that away. I'm not sure if I'll use that this week, but I've separated it in a way where I could use it this week, I can use it next week, I can use it anytime in the next couple of months, and we'll be good. I'm so tired. Gonna start the day with a little brekkie. So I got some zero sugar Chobani Greek yogurt, and it's honestly my favorite thing to have in the mornings. Get a little high protein breakfast to start off my day. Not too heavy. I like to pair it with either some granola, some chia seeds, a little dried fruit, maybe some chocolate chips if, I'm feeling celebratory. So today we're just having some Greek yogurt, granola, honey, and a little bit of craisins. Y'all, look how cute this spoon is! I found it at World Market, and oh my god, it's been great. And on to day 2. Thank you, May. As cute as I look, let's look down. So we're starting the day off with a vegetable Japanese curry. I got this recipe from Doobydobap. She's a fave. If y'all don't know about her, you know now. So I gotta start off by roasting my vegetables. I have some garlic that I have to defrost. Yes, I freeze my garlic if you don't get with the picture. Cutting up some celery. I have some bell peppers that I've pre-cut already and I had frozen, so I'm going to add those to the mix. Have some baby carrots, because why not? The recipe calls for 2 medium carrots, so I just put like about how much I thought 2 medium carrots would be. Some chopped onions. So one thing that I forgot to add was eggplant. Doobydobap did end up roasting some eggplant along with these veggies. However, I ended up prepping way too many veggies because I got a little overzealous. Anyways, let's throw this in the oven for about 40 minutes at 400. While that's cooking, I'm gonna get started on some panko crusted chicken. So in the same video that Queen Doobie showed us the vegetable curry, she also let me in on a little tip that you can bread your chicken, freeze it, and then just make it afterwards. And you know, that's something that should have been common sense for me, given that like so many things nowadays, in terms of frozen food, is like breaded, made, done, and then you just reheat it afterwards. So I'm mad it didn't come to me sooner, but here we are. I'm gonna prep a whole bunch of breaded chicken and I'll just have it ready for when I want it. Right, we have one hand on the egg wash. And the other hand with the bread. Super hard to maneuver because for some reason these chicken breasts are ginormous. Got some big booby chickens. So thankfully we ended up filling the container basically to the brim. So we have one more cutlet left over. I'm just gonna save this and eat it later. Do a little plastic wrap. Wow, that was terrible, Gina. And back to the curry. The veggies have finished roasting. Damn, that is so many veggies. So, you're supposed to throw the veggies in a blender, but I have like one of those single serve blenders, those really tiny ones for like one person, so it was not gonna fit. But I do have an immersion blender and a bowl, so that's what we're gonna do here. I put all the veggies in there and I threw in 2 cans of diced tomatoes. I ended up throwing an extra one in there just because like the color wasn't right, the texture wasn't right. I just felt like I needed an extra one. So I'm going to put half of this sauce in a container and save it for later. This is going to make essentially a really good vegetable tomato sauce. And with the sauce I have left, I'm going to mix it with some curry. I took the curry cubes and dissolved them in some really hot water. So I waited until it was fully integrated and then I poured it into the sauce and then I mixed it in. Do a little taste test. Clean up the rest. And save it for the rest of the week. Yay! I gotta say, that was fairly easy to make. Thanks, Doobie! Now we're gonna make some rice for the week just so we have it ready to go. I know rice is really easy to make, but sometimes it's just not something I want to do when I'm super tired. and it's time to make the chicken. Wow, I'm struggling. I clearly need some more work with those tongs, but the chicken was pretty easy to make. I also heated up some of the curry that I had, and basically that was the vegetables for the meal. So the cutlet was huge. I cut it in half and split it between me and my partner. I served it with some white rice that I had saved from before and the vegetable curry that I made. Let me tell you, it was amazing. It was super filling, super yummy, and I was really excited that we had more for the rest of the week. So I've seen a couple people freeze their rice in freezer bags. I'm gonna put most of the rice away in the fridge, but I'm gonna try to see if that method works. I'll let you know if it ends up being worth it. Alright, time to make some chicken thighs. I'm splitting up the chicken that I have into 2 bowls so that I can have 2 different types of chicken throughout the week. Also, please don't ask me what the seasoning blend was. I was listening to my ancestors, so I have no idea what I put in there, but it was good. It was great, so we'll just call it Gina Blend. I'm gonna mix, massage it. And before you ask, yes, I did switch gloves. That would be crazy. So I let it sit for about 15-20 minutes. So after they're done marinating, I'm going to bake them for about 50 minutes at 425. So just keep in mind, when you use gochujang, she burns quickly. And I forgot this. Thankfully, the chicken was still edible, but as you can see, the chicken on the right is a little crispy. A little crispier than I wanted it to be. But still really good. Had a nice little sweet, spicy flair. Obviously a little smoky. But really good. And there you have it. That's my meal prepping for the week. I don't get to do this every week, but when I do, it makes my weeks so much easier. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!